Hey there, this is John Longenecker. Learn something about copyright. It's good for you. Here it is, fall semester of 2008, and USC Cinema copyright policy takes the copyright away from student short films. Film students are required to sign a copyright transfer form prior to starting classes. That's not right. Young students don't know much about copyright, and the policy ought to be amended. USC takes unfair advantage. This copyright policy has been going on for years, but back in 2001, they rewrote it. Part 1 is just fine. It says that USC acknowledges students' ownership of works created in their classes. Papers, articles, and dissertations are listed. Part 2 is just awful. It singles out short films and says the university owns the copyright in any student-produced film because of use of cameras, editing devices, other equipment, and facilities. Those provisions have nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. Part 2 of the 2001 USC policy on intellectual property ought to be deleted. The policy states that any future amendments will become effective immediately upon acceptance and signature by the provost or the senior vice president for administration of the university. So, they can do it. In September 2007, USC Cinema came up with its own consent form about ownership of copyright to student short films. The provisions have nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. Here's one USC made-up provision. Intellectual property in any work produced at USC that uses substantial university resources is owned by USC. University resources has nothing to do with U.S. copyright law. The policy says that USC gets to own the copyright to short films, student-produced works that use school funds, equipment, guild agreements like the one that SC has with the Screen Actors Guild, insurance like workers' comp insurance, and errors and omissions insurance. None of those things listed on the consent form has anything to do with U.S. copyright law. It's simply a copyright transfer document that you're forced to sign. So here's what to do next. 2001 policy, amend it. 2007 policy, revise it. Then students get to own the copyright in their story, treatment, script, and short films. U.S. copyright law. Teach it at USC. Shine a big light on copyright law. U.S. copyright law is key. It's what the motion picture, television, and entertainment industry run on. USC, keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to own copyright to do it. At the University of Southern California, we try to do what is right even if no one is watching us or compelling us to do the right thing. We do not harm or take unfair advantage of anyone. We do not tolerate lying, deliberate misrepresentation, theft. By respecting the rights and dignity of others and by striving for fairness and honesty in our dealings with others, we create an ethical university of which we can all be proud, and which will serve as a bright beacon for all peoples in our day and in the centuries to come. The USC Board of Trustees 2004 Code of Ethics for the University ought to govern the Academic Senate 2001 policy. Some guy just said, hey, they got editing equipment over there, let's keep their copyright. The university's Code of Ethics governs the 2007 Cinema copyright policy as well. So we're inviting folks to help us get this done. Elizabeth Daly, the dean of the school, is a champion of film students. Carol Amir is the attorney for the university. She knows the University Code of Ethics and copyright as well. Max Nikias and Todd Dickey can make the decisions. We're counting on you. Let's get her done.